What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. Let's dive into our first news. Khamzat Chimaev has officially been named Athlete of the Year, a prestigious honor, awarded by the Ministry of Physical Culture and Sports of the Chechen Republic. This recognition highlights Chimaev's extraordinary impact on combat sports and his rapid rise as one of the most dominant and talked about athletes in mixed martial arts today. Over the past few years, Khamzat Chimaev has established himself as a force unlike any other. Known for his relentless pressure, elite wrestling, and aggressive finishing ability, Chimaev has consistently delivered dominant performances inside the cage. His fighting style, combined with an unbreakable mindset, has earned him respect from fans, fighters, and analysts around the world. Every time he competes, expectations are high, and more often than not, he exceeds them in spectacular fashion. The Athlete of the Year award reflects more than just wins and losses. It recognizes discipline, dedication, and the ability to represent sporting excellence on a global stage. Chimaev's journey from humble beginnings to international stardom has inspired countless young athletes, particularly in the Chechen Republic and across the broader MMA community. His success has helped bring increased attention to the region's sport development and its growing presence in elite-level competition. Beyond his performances, Chimaev's confidence and unapologetic personality have made him one of the most marketable figures in the sport. He is not afraid to challenge top contenders or speak openly about his ambition, reinforcing his reputation as a fighter who thrives under pressure. Receiving this award from the Ministry of Physical Culture and Sports is a significant milestone in Khamzat Chimaev's career. As he continues his pursuit of championship gold, this honor serves as further proof that his hard work and dominance have not gone unnoticed. For Chimaev, this achievement is not the finish line, is another step towards cementing his legacy as one of the greatest fighters of his generation. But before we jump into the next story, we have a small favor to ask. If you're enjoying the content, please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon. It really helps us out and ensures you'll never miss an update. Moving on to another news. Israel Adesanya recently expressed his excitement and anticipation over Anderson Silva's upcoming fight against Tyron Woodley, highlighting the immense respect he has for the Brazilian legend and the significance of the matchup. Silva, a former UFC middleweight champion and one of the sport's most iconic figures, is set to face Woodley, a former welterweight champion known for his striking power and wrestling pedigree. Fans and analysts alike are eager to see how the bout unfolds, especially given Silva's reputation for creativity and precision in the octagon. Adesanya addressed a past conflict between himself and Woodley, which began a few years ago following Woodley's loss of the welterweight title to Kamaru Usman. After the fight, Woodley called out Adesanya, prompting a verbal exchange in which Adesanya dismissed Woodley's comments, even jokingly calling him broke. Despite this tension, Adesanya emphasized that he has moved past the incident and is now fully focused on Silva's performance. He expressed confidence that Silva will deliver a spectacular finish, stating he's going to knock him out. Anderson's got to knock him out. During his commentary, Adesanya also praised Silva's technique, noting the strategic element of his fighting style, including his use of knees, leg control, and creative striking. He acknowledged Silva's enduring skill, agility, and ability to remain a formidable force despite the passage of time. Adesanya's admiration for Silva was evident throughout, as he repeatedly highlighted the legendary fighter's intelligence, experience, and showmanship in the cage. Ultimately, Adesanya's comments served as both a reflection on past rivalries and a celebration of one of MMA's all-time greats. While Woodley remains a respected competitor, Adesanya's enthusiasm underscored the anticipation surrounding Silva's return to the octagon. Fans can expect a thrilling display of skill, precision, and excitement, further solidifying Anderson Silva's legacy as one of the sport's most influential and charismatic fighters. Moving on to another news. Robert Whittaker recently shared his thoughts on Anderson Silva's stunning TKO victory over Tyron Woodley, a performance that left many fans and fellow fighters in awe. Whittaker, himself a former UFC middleweight champion, expressed particular amazement at Silva's achievement, especially considering the legendary fighter is 50 years old. Let's talk about Anderson Silva, Whitaker said. The guy's 50, and he just showed he still has it. Knocked Woodley out in the second round, it's wild. He reflected on the significance of age in combat sports, noting that the 7-year gap between Silva's current performance and the latter part of his career is monumental. From 40 to 50, every year has a bigger impact than from 20 to 30. What Silva did is incredible, he added, highlighting the rarity of a fighter performing at such a high level at an age when most athletes are long retired. Whitaker also broke down Woodley's performance, pointing out his reliance on raw athleticism rather than technical striking. Tyrone was explosive and hit like a truck with small gloves, but he's never really been known for technical striking, Whitaker observed. A lot of the time he gets caught because he doesn't have answers for certain techniques. He hasn't really improved his skill set over the years. He's relied on his physical peak and genetics. In contrast, Whitaker emphasized Silva's preparation and adaptability. It looks like Anderson has been working on his hands a lot. He was precise, composed, and completely controlled the fight. That's what separates the greats from the rest. Ultimately, Whitaker's analysis underscored just how extraordinary Silva's performance was. Not only did it remind fans of Silva's legendary status in mixed martial arts, but it also demonstrated that, even at 50, a fighter with dedication, skill, and intelligence in the cage can still dominate elite competition. Silva's victory over Woodley serves as a testament to his enduring legacy and technical mastery in MMA. Moving on to another news, Arman Tsarukyan has fired back at Ilia Topuria following a heated interview in which Topuria criticized him, calling Tsarukyan a disappointment to the UFC and claiming he did not deserve opportunities after withdrawing from a title fight. The dispute, which began during a Spanish media interview, saw Topuria accuse Tsarukyan of avoiding challenges and failing to seize his chances, while Tsarukyan responded sharply on social media. On Twitter, Tsarukyan addressed Topuria's comments directly, pointing out the apparent contradiction in his rival's actions. You're talking about taking time off from fighting to fix your family issue, but it looks like you have plenty of free time for all these interviews. You're a joke, El Pinocha, Tsarukyan wrote, clearly frustrated by the ongoing trash talk. Beyond the personal exchange, the situation could have professional implications for both fighters. If Topuria does not resolve his personal matters by spring, he may be forced to vacate his title. Current plans have Paddy Pimblett and Justin Gaethje scheduled to fight for the interim belt in January, which could position Tsarukyan to face the winner for the undisputed championship without an extended wait. While nothing regarding Topuria vacating the belt is official, the UFC may eventually need to intervene if the situation drags on. Topuria, speaking as both a fighter and promoter, defended his comments by highlighting Tsarukyan's past decision. He pointed to Tsarukyan pulling out of a world championship fight despite common injuries like shin, arm, or leg pain, as well as a previous incident involving a headbutt during a main event. Topuria questioned Tsarukyan's judgment and commitment, asserting that actions make it difficult for promoters and investors to fully trust him. As the feud continues, fans and analysts are watching closely, knowing that the outcome of this rivalry could influence the lightweight and welterweight divisions. Both fighters remain top contenders, and their clash of words has only heightened anticipation for what may be the next major title matchup in the UFC. Moving on to another news. Recent reports indicate that a rematch between Alex Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev is unlikely to happen in the near future. Despite speculation from fans and analysts, the two fighters are currently tied 1-1, having exchanged victories earlier this year. Pereira reclaimed the UFC's light heavyweight title in October, avenging his March loss to Ankalaev with a decisive and quick finish. This naturally led to discussions about a potential trilogy bout, but recent comments from Ankalaev's team suggest that the UFC and the fighters are looking at alternative paths. Magomed Ankalaev's manager Brizan Magomedov confirmed that a third fight with Pereira is not expected to take place next. We understand that Pereira doesn't have much desire for a third fight, and in any case, we still have one more fight lined up, he said. Magomedov indicated that Ankalaev would likely face a strong opponent, such as Yuri Prochazka, before a possible return to title contention. According to him, this fight would serve as an important stepping stone for Ankalaev to remain in championship contention, allowing him to maintain momentum and preparation for future high-profile matchups. Meanwhile, there is speculation that Pereira could move toward a heavyweight challenge in the near future, particularly with his calls for a potential showdown against Jon Jones. The UFC may also consider pairing Pereira with rising contenders at 205 pounds, such as Carlo Berg, who is on a 9-fight winning streak and recently scored a dominant knockout over Dominic Reyes. These potential matchups indicate that Pereira is exploring high-profile opportunity, while Ankalaev continues to prepare strategically for the next title shot. Adding some lighthearted perspective, Walter Walker recently joked about hypothetical matchups with Pereira and other notable heavyweights. He acknowledged Pereira's striking power and skill, humorously admitting that a fight against the Brazilian champion would likely result in a knockout within minutes. Ultimately, while fans hoped for a trilogy between Pereira and Ankalaev, both fighters appear focused on separate paths to maximize their careers, leaving the potential third fight on hold for now. Moving on to another news. Andrei Arlovski has released a statement following the recent backstage altercation with YouTuber Jack Doherty and his entourage, which occurred during the Anthony Joshua vs. Jake Paul fight in Miami over the weekend. The incident quickly went viral, showing footage of Arlovski, the 46-year-old former UFC heavyweight champion, exchanging blows with Doherty and his crew, including a bodyguard. In his statement on Instagram, Arlovski clarified his side of the story. "First of all, I didn't beat up anyone. I just stopped the threat," he said. "They were threatening me, my wife, my kid, and a friend who was with me. I did what every man is supposed to do, stop the threat. I didn't beat them. I just defended myself." He suggested that Doherty and his group may have been seeking content for their social media platforms, underestimating Arlovski's experience and skill. Arlovski also addressed the viral clips directly, posting additional videos responding to comments. He expressed willingness to face the bodyguard in a controlled setting, stating, "I would love to, especially after those cheap shots in the back of my head." He emphasized the potential dangers of such confrontations if untrained individuals were involved, noting that the situation could have escalated seriously. Taking a jab at Doherty, Arlovski highlighted the influencer's tendency to instigate conflicts and then hide behind his bodyguard. "It was a successful escape for him. He did a great job hiding and running," Arlovski commented. Meanwhile, Doherty has denied responsibility, claiming via social media that Arlovski attacked him unprovoked, saying, "I literally didn't say or do anything to him, but I'll always be the bad guy in this situation." Combat sports analyst Dean Thomas weighed in, criticizing Doherty and his crew for confronting one of the sport's legends. "If they didn't know who he was, shame on them," Thomas did, "and if they did, they were asking for trouble." As the situation continues to develop, it raises questions about whether such influencer-driven altercation will increase at sporting events or serve as a warning to avoid provoking professional fighters. Arlovski, meanwhile, remains focused on his career, coming off a knockout win over reality star Kells at a Misfits boxing card in November. Moving on to another news. Joaquin Buckley recently responded to comments made by Shavkat Rakhmonov, addressing a heated exchange that unfolded on social media. The situation began when Rakhmonov referred to Buckley as Black Boy in an Instagram post, sparking controversy among fans and the MMA community. Buckley later spoke about the incident in an interview with Perry Punch News, providing insight into his reaction and perspective. Buckley expressed clear frustration with Rakhmonov's choice of word, emphasizing that the term was both disrespectful and inaccurate. "I would have felt better if he had said the N-word, honestly," Buckley said, speaking candidly about his stance. "Calling me a boy is crazy because I'm a grown man. It would have made more sense if he called me a black man. But black boy doesn't even make sense and you get beaten up, right?" He pointed out that despite the age of the comment, it did not align with the reality of their situation, as both fighters are the same age, born in 1994. Buckley also stressed that while he is open to trash talk, it must be grounded in some level of respect or awareness. "Even in his last post, he called me a kid, but we are the same age. You're just trying to be disrespectful," Buckley added, "I don't mind a little disrespect, it comes with the sport, but it needs to make sense." His comments reflect both a desire to defend his reputation and a commitment to maintain it. Professionalism, even in the often heated and personal world of MMA rivalries. This exchange highlights the ongoing tensions and psychological battle that frequently accompany competitive fighters outside the octagon. As Buckley and Rachmanov continue to establish themselves in the UFC, such public interactions not only shape fan perceptions, but also add another layer of intensity to potential future matchups. Fans will be watching closely to see if this social media feud translates into any in-cage confrontations, or if it remains a battle of words and wit.